My beautiful smart Geminis, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. And as always, I'll be teaching the tarot through each card so you not only receive your message, but you start to grow your own intuitive skill sets and relationship with the cards, because that's what this channel is all about, using tarot for our betterment and our benefit. And your benefit this week is just let your imagination fly, let your ambition fly, let your heart fly, and counterbalance that with getting some meditation, some self-care, some self-nurturing to balance out that fire that's kind of stirring within you to take you in new directions. And this includes your heart as well. Okay, I'm just going to get into it because it's such a stellar reading for ambition, taking ideas in a new way and harnessing that energy for acknowledgement and achievement. It's all about taking your kind of skill sets from the past and utilizing them in the same ways that you're doing now, but also bring fresh perspective, whether it's new products and services or fresh perspective to yourself, just putting yourself out there again, because that's starting to happen after a real downturn of the heart, a lot of emotional upheaval, drama, chaos, and a lot of overall just pain, okay? But that's leaving us. It's been leaving us for a while now, and now a new day is dawning, and it's all dawning around you, Gemini. So both of you need to go turn to the sun and greet it, because God's behind you, kind of like saying, let's go, Gemini. You've got that ambition. You got that fire. You got that stirring. You're a little firecracker, right? You're ready to roar. And I'm kicking it off in that first card placement. The significator, the general gist of the overall reading is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a celebratory state in numerology and tarot. It's a pause state for you to say, hey, look how far I've come already with my idea starting to make it a material reality. And again, it can be something that's already established. It could be you, family, relationship, as well as career, your health. You know, it all falls because there's two of you. You have a broad reach and your umbrella covers a lot of areas. So wherever that's kind of tickling you and you're feeling like you're really getting your footing again, and almost like kind of your old spirit back, Gemini, right? That old heart, that old enthusiasm, excitement, like that little kind of playfulness that you guys are known for, right? You're air signs, you're really intelligent, you're very witty, you're very wise, but you're also a whole lot of fun, you know, and that's coming to stir in you again, and I really welcome it, and I'm sure you do too. So again, pat yourself on the back here. That's that Three of Wands. It's an acknowledgement from the outside world that you've got it going on. You're a hottie tamale in a lot of different areas, Gemini, so take advantage of that wherever you need to. And what's interesting here is why I'm saying that you need to counterbalance that out with time for yourself and time for self-care, meditation, connecting with God, because that second card placement, which is the crossing card in the 10 card spread, which is not allowing the Three of Wands to fully manifest. It's like in conflict, okay? And the three is that celebratory state. Like, again, it's like lots of fiery energy that wants that creative energy, imagination, inspiration, ready to take off. And the Hermit's a major arcana card. So we're having a life lesson reflection here, right? We're reaching for a higher consciousness, literally in the Hermit. We want to be isolated. We want to take some downtime. We want to get into a meditative retreat so we can connect with ourselves as well as our higher powers, whatever those are for you. It gets us grounded. It gets us stable. It's often like with the Hermit, it's a retreat so you can refresh and then you can restart. And this whole reading is about restart. So let's not let him be a crossing card. Like, let's say you're feeling like, oh my God, I got too much ambitions. I got to do everything now. I got to get it all accomplished. You know, I feel like I'm under the gun. And that's what these kind of cards definitely give you. It's a stirring in that direction. And it definitely is great endeavors in that direction as well. But again, the counterbalance has to be acknowledging within yourself. If you have that feeling where you just need some downtime, whatever it is, design it for yourself, okay? Because it's going to burn you out otherwise. And there's so much good stuff. We don't want that to happen, right? And the reason why I'm saying it is also to how much fiery energy in a direction of ambition, accomplishment, ego pride in a good way, harnessing our kind of like drive in that new direction forward. That gets acknowledged here in the third card placement. I'd like to say the top of the matter in the 10 card spread, but like God's placement to how to navigate the week, all right? And the Chariot's another major arcana card. And again, it's happening in the present. So we're having a life lesson on how to handle everything, right? In the modern day tarot, be like more like multitasking. I could do everything. I could take advantage of opportunities and potential, as well as handling my responsibilities and obligations. We need to make sure our mindset to the ancient tarot is balanced here as well. Again, that's why we need that reflection, a meditative time for you to decipher stuff. Again, there's a whole lot of hot energy going on, and I don't want you to get burned by it. I just want you to be able to use it to cook your ideas to the next level. All right. And that's a reflection of the Chariot. He's pulling us forward. In older decks, you won't even see him holding him onto the reins, because there is no reins, because we have mastery of thought. Whatever starts up in that big two brains of yours is going to come out your mouth, your actions, your attitude, your approach to the day. So this says that you've got all the wherewithal to handle all that. You've got that mastery of thought. You're also, too, it's another reflection of getting into that balance, because we have the two horses, right? The white horse, it's kind of like a divine order in the area of colors of tarot, but also to the white horse represents against the black horse that intellect, intelligence, logic that we need to apply in everyday thinking, right? Along with what they call the shadowland, the mystery, right? The intuition, our psychic ability, our connection to God. They need to be working together in tandem to bring you forward. That's the key here, all right? So you have in your mindset now, you have a real valid reason to be able to take that time for yourself, because it's a key component for you be able to maneuver and harness all that energy that's available to you right now, including a lot of ideas too, all right? And they're stirring in new ways, and I love it, because in the fourth card placement, we get that validation here. So don't be afraid of the Chariot. Let's ride with this guy. Again, it shows that you have the mastery of thought, because that controls everything. And that's something you've been really working hard on, because you've been encountering people in situations that left you really wanting to be lashing of the tongue. But you hold yourself, you had good intentions, good heart, and there's a reward for that, Gemini. So, and part of that reward is just the mastery within you, okay? Again, another outside acknowledgement how much you got going on. So if you're doubting yourself in any way, shape, or form, which I don't think you are, which I love, you're really going for it, and let's go for it, okay? Again, just get that contemplative time for yourself in there, that self-nurturing. Because in the fourth card position, the gut of the matter, I'd like to say, the base of the matter in the 10-card spread is the Eight of Wands. Eight is the refresh, rejuvenation, restart, another indicator, just like the Hermit, right? And I'll also say this, like if you need to bring things into a new light, a new direction, including yourself, your family relationship, your work, whatever the case may be, that meditative time is what's going to give you the answer, right? It's not going to happen in all the while you're running along trying to get 1,001 things done. And that's all cool. Definitely do that. But again, just like a discipline of any sort, you need to make sure you take that time for yourself so you could quiet down, quiet the mind, quiet the spirit, and get connected to God, because God's got some information for you on how to make those things in a new direction. And if you're already getting that stirring and you're feeling it, which is the indicator of that fourth card placement, ride with it, because it's like God in the universe giving you a backwind, moving you forward, right? It can feel rushy. It can feel a little scary. Things can happen out of nowhere of good opportunities, as well as the Eight of Wands. It's God in the universe, again, trying to get your perspective on a different direction. See how you're kind of coming out of those rough seas, that emotional upheaval, that chaotic emotional drama too, everywhere that's been touching over the last couple of years. You're now starting to swim with the dolphins. So all your sails are there, all your wands are there. So let's steer this ship in a new direction, Gemini. You want it, you're ready for it, and whatever takes shape. Again, whatever you're doing now, wherever that refresh or just a fresh perspective to it and bringing it out into a new light, or adding stuff like products and services, or adding things to your own self, like say you want to kick it really off in good health or good thinking. These are the kind of dynamics that really work in your favor. And you're kind of thinking that away already, because in the fifth card placement, we see that affirmation is the Ace of Pentacles. The fifth card placement is what's leaving our life right now. And the Ace is the upsurge of energy in the material world. I have all the potential and opportunity to make my ideas, make me materialize in this real world. And what's nice about it in my deck, he's got that big coin of abundance and money. So it's another translator of the material world. That's the rule of the Pentacles domain. It's the earth signs in astrology. And see, you're coming out of the water. Even though you're an air sign, it's all about you having to learn how to have love that's good for you, have people and situations that are healthy and supportive, and moving yourself in new directions. And again, that's the whole kit and caboodle. And that's the Ace of Pentacles saying you're emerging from that kind of emotional and spiritual maturity with God. You've overcome those hills and mountaintops in the background. You've overcome the water, which is a representation of that enlightenment time in tarot. And see how the seas are calm. It's calm now. You've got that steadiness. That's probably why the Chariot is manifesting here, that it shows that you have that internal narrative power to do anything you want. You could direct yourself and your horses in any way, okay? You have that energy behind you to make anything happen. And now you've got that opportunity potential. You've been seeing it on the landscape. So again, another thing to harness for yourself, bottle it and take this kind of groovy vibe into the future, because it's all about opportunity and potential, which is so nice for a Gemini, because when it gets in your capable hands, that's when magic happens. And we have a really interesting card here, which has been appearing for you for several months now. The six card placement is how we're feeling about ourselves. So I got all this fun vibe. I'm moving in a new direction. I'm feeling groovy magoovy. And the 5 of Cups. The 5 is a good look in numerology and tarot. The cups are our emotional flow, love, our heart, our relationships, our psychic ability, our subconscious, our dream state. It's the only time that you'll see the cups turned over in the journey of the heart, because other people came along and just like, boom, your heart, your cups, you're not worth it. Boom, boom, boom. And we encounter those people in situations that make us pause, make us cry, make us break our heart. That's all about the journey of the 5. It's not an easy one, but now you're halfway through to the minor arcana of the 10. And it's a necessary component in your journey, because you've got to get real. It's taking off the rose-colored glasses, looking at people in situations. And this has been a reflection that you've been doing for a while now. So I think it's kind of like little tidy up stuff in your own mindset. And that's probably why the Hermit is making an appearance. It's going to give you that space, if you take it, to kind of decipher all the stuff that's happened to you. And it's been big stuff, don't get me wrong. And you know it's settling down, and you're going, you know, you're like moving in that new direction, which is really healthy for you right now. And you know, maybe you just have to tidy up and look at things still in that past reflection, because what's beautiful here in the 5 of Cups, the way to get to the good luck is to overcome that kind of BS in your mindset, right? Or your heart. If you got hurt from people in situations that didn't live up to your expectations, or live up to character or integrity or ethics, or any, even if just heart, that was meant to teach you how hard and strong your heart is, how brave and courageous and loving it is. It's again those encounters of conflicts that make us realize stuff about ourselves. And that's a representation of the 1 or 2 cups that you'll see in almost every deck, right? It's about your love and your emotional flow. Now it's more design. It's not going to go to the emotional vampires. It's going to go to the people that are really loving and supporting, and emotionally supporting, and emotionally mature, spiritually mature to you. That's the thing about the 5. That's how you get to the good luck. So it's not that hard to do. You've already been doing it anyway. So wherever you have to tidy it up and close the door to those past people and situations, or let's say you still have to deal, because sometimes scenarios lay that out. We have to still deal with people that were very hurtful to you. Let's say in a family situation like a divorce, you have to still deal with your ex or something like that. It's, you could do now with a clarity, right? You could see completely through the veil. There's no fog that is, or rose-colored glasses that are blocking your eyes from seeing exactly what people and situations are exactly like. So you could, like, it's like a meter on your top. You could tell when something might leave you vulnerable or hurt, or someone's not a good caretaker of your heart or your emotions or your feelings. You have that built in. That's the purpose of the 5. So trust it. I know it's painful, Gemini, but you got through it, and you're moving through it now. And God is doing so much new stuff for you. So let's focus on that. Again, tidy up where you have to, but do not linger in a moany-groany kind of way, like, oh, these people, blah, 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 or even bitching or revenge. Don't go there. It's not your domain. Leave that to God. You're only meant to pick up your cups and fill them up with the energy that you want to flow to the people that you really want it to flow to, okay? And again, we get another indicator where we need to focus on the upsurge of energy and the creative that's happening for you, because I got the first card placement, like I said, that significator, the 3 of Wands, that celebratory state in the area of the creative, and in the 7th card placement, which is the way we're feeling about ourselves. This is a great combo. The Ace of Wands is the upsurge, just like the Ace of Pentacles, is the upsurge of energy in the creative. Imagination, inspiration get ignited in a way with a whole dose of oxygen of self-love, self-confidence, and self-esteem for you. He's the Emperor in my deck, which is a representation of being the boss, the leader, the teacher, the mentor in the exalted state. Also another reflection of having good character, ethics, integrity, not allowing ego and pride, another reflection of the Chariot to pull us in different directions, including revenge or being downbeat, right? You've risen out of that. Like, what's nice is like you've risen to the top of the mountaintops in the background here, right? And in tarot, that's a reflection of you coming to a higher consciousness, a higher perspective, understanding other people's points of view, but most importantly, understanding your own self and your own, like, where you want to go out of the trials and tribulations of getting to the mountaintop. And you've done it. Now you're standing on solid ground. You've got that big wand of imagination, got the world in one hand, ready to take on anything. I've got the golden fleece, which is the indicator of ambition and accomplished, right? And that's all you. This is why you're getting that new turn on the wheel. You've already accomplished one circle of the creative, and now a new refresh, restart that's happening for you. So again, grab the Hermit to guide you there, but you've got so much fiery energy. You're ready to take off like a little rocket. I love it. What's so interesting here, so all of inside, you're ready to take off, and you're looking at stuff in love too, right? Don't get me wrong. But now it's stirring in a new direction. You're like, hey, I'm going to go do me now, which is the kind of thing I've been waiting for a long time now, which is so beautiful to see. And in a power move too, and how other people view you in that 8th card position is the Page of Cups. Wow, a lot of youthful energy. That's the Page. It can be youthful people. A lot of people associate that. And when we get into the royal suits of other people in your life. So if you've got that youthful energy, encouraging and giving you emotional support, grab onto it. You just draw on that in a good intention way, because those are the people that really love you and want to care for you. And that's a reflection here. The Page of Cups in tarot means self-love. Another indicator that the Hermit needs to get at work. So people look at you as taking the time already to know yourself, know your heart, know your spirit, know your creative mindset as well. And, again, so if you want to take time for yourself to nurture yourself, to give yourself a little self-care, just go take a walk, whatever, go take a bath, 5 seconds, whatever it is that gets you out of that groove of the day, to get yourself into a centered place for you. Other people want to give you that space. They see it as someone like that. And I'll also say this, just because other people, I know this has happened to Gemini, definitely in many instances of people that I know, that you've been through that emotional hurt, like in a huge upheaval, chaotic way. And people may be now seeing that you're moving on and healing yourself. So there's power and authority in that. And that would be a reflection of the Page of Cups, of how other people look at you. And it also, I would say this, because the Page is so tender and so loving and so giving, where that emotional flow has to happen for us first. Anyone that would hurt the Page, it's like hurting a unicorn. You know what I mean? Anyone like that is going to look like such a jerk. So, again, use that to your authority, your power, wherever that applies, Gemini. But most importantly, apply that self-love to you, because it's your reading, okay? And that self-love is going to propel you in this new direction. In the 9th card position, our hopes and fears, is the 8 of Cups. And that makes sense. It would be in our hopes and fears, because the 8, again, another reflection of that refresh, restart, rejuvenation that we saw in the area of the creative. And now it's happening in the hearts again, which you really needed anyway, because out of the 5, there's a lot of people in situations that went by the wayside. I know this, and it was meant for your betterment, and it really shook you to your core, but now you're finding your footing, which I love. You're walking confidently forward. That's a reflection of the 8. I'm coming out of that shadowland, that dark time of emotional and spiritual maturity. It's not going to be the happy stuff that gets you there. It's a tough step that makes you reflect on where your heart needs to go, your spirit, your intellect, the whole kit and caboodle for Gemini. When you give something, you give it all, and anyone that's a recipient of that is really lucky. So you need to make sure it only goes to the people that are really worthy of it, okay? And I think that's been part of the lesson, and that's why I think we're walking in a new direction with the 8 of Cups. We don't know exactly where we're going, so that's the fearful part, right? It can leave us a little uneasy, especially if we're a little older, and a shakeup has happened in family or relationship or work or wherever, and now we're walking in that new direction. I've got all my cups in a row. I'm leaving behind that shadowland. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I need to get out of here. So with the heart and the spirit. So it's a great reflection of how hard you've worked for yourself and how to improve your overall, just your character, your heart, your intentions, your viewpoints, where you want to go, how you want to do it. You just should be so proud of yourself, Gemini. And this is getting the reward for that from the God in the universe. And we get a reflection of that too. So I'm moving on in a new direction. Don't be fearful of it, my Gemini friends. And in the world, in the 10th card position, which is the outcome card, we got the major arcana card, the world. And it's not just any major arcana, it ends the major arcana, right? It loops around it. You always see it as a circle. We start once and we start another life circle, right? But what's a reminder here is that you've got the intellect of the swords, you got the imagination and that, and then some of the wands, the abundance, including money of the area of the pentacles, family, relationship, work, home, and the area of the emotional flow, love, heart of the cups, right? And what's nice about my deck, and you'll see this in a lot of decks, there's a couple in between, and it's a representation of the respect that we have for ourselves. And that's the only thing that I'm going to allow in my little world circle, right? It's the people and situations that only are for my benefit or my betterment, right? And it's the same thing with tarot, helps us get to that direction. And interestingly here too, in the major arcana, the card that's associated with Gemini is the Lover's card. And that's what this kind of reading is. You've got this new stirring of the creative, you're moving in the new direction, but it's all based on what do you want to do with your heart, including the people and situations that no longer serve your betterment, right? Or no longer serve your character, your integrity, your point of view, your heart, your spirit. It's left a bad taste in your mouth, and that's the point of it. I don't want you going back. That's the whole thing about the Lover's card. It's asking you what you want to do best for you. And you know you've got all the capabilities, power, skill sets, tools, whatever you want to call them, to make anything, absolutely anything happen. You could snatch that as an air sign, snatch that idea from the universe, plant it in the ground of Mother Earth and say, let's say it makes something a real reality. And that's your specialty. And we get a bonus card of that. So believe in your capabilities in the world. The new life is turning and it's turning around you. So let's go greet it. Okay, Gemini, it's really such a great reading for you. And we get validation in the ending of the bonus card and the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of the material, home, family, relationship, work, abundance, food, money. Everything is lush and green in her background. I've already come the hills and the mountaintops. I've got that green, lush landscape. I'm planting seeds constantly of ideas for tomorrow, right? And I'm looking towards my harvest for tomorrow. That's how confident I am in myself as the queen. She's abundancy. She's giving. She's compassionate. She's grateful. She's food and wine too. So the way that we treat our bodies, you know, like drink also, you know, all those kinds of things that make us feel healthy, supported, and positive. Really, it all comes together this week for you. It might be a small week on the calendar, but it's a big deal for you to be able to move this in a new direction. Leave the past. The past hurts, especially behind. You've been working so hard to do that, and now what you get to see is just you don't even see the desert behind you. You're just seeing the lush landscape, okay? Just like of the queen and the world offers. And even the hermit wants to hold your hand and light your path. That's part of his gig. He's got a lantern. I'll light the pathway for you. But again, I need to get into that connective state with the hermit. Just call upon him. He's there for your help. It's angel work to me. It's Saint Michael to me in my language. That is the hermit, because he's a spiritual warrior. You've been on the front lines of love and spirit for so long, fighting for what is right and wrong against a lot of people and situations that were not groovy magoovy. And that's when the hermit appears, is to give you that reprieve as a good soldier, right? So you did the hard work. Now you get the karmic reward. Okay, Gemini, so go get it. And thank you everybody for watching. I just can't say thank you enough. I so appreciate it. And for everyone that's subscribed, thank you as well. It's just so groovy cool as well. And if you haven't subscribed, if you like this content, if you consider doing so, because we're trying to spread the word of tarot, because it's so cool for everybody to use. Thanks, my Gemini twins.